It feels real, but it doesn't feel real. A few boxes. What will be Annie's room. Hi, baby. The morning light is insane. So we're having him quote removing all of the popcorn ceilings. I just wasn't sure about the vibe of the first company, the amount of Costco things that we can store here, and it was right off the kitchen. We would love them to be more of a deeper brown. It feels like a lot. Oh, good morning, everyone. It is the very next day, the very next morning. It is 8:30 in the morning right now after our official closing, and the girls, meaning me and Annie and Nana, yeah, we're gonna go see Nana, baby, are off to the house because there are 3 things that we're gonna get done before we move all of our stuff in ahead of time. These are projects that, as somebody who has never picked up a power tool essentially in her entire life, that I want to source out, and then there's a bunch of little things that I am comfortable dipping my toes into even though I've never done them in my entire life. This morning we have 2 contractor appointments for 2 of the projects, and then we have a few more throughout the week. But I figured we would take you along and I can just show you what we're planning on getting done before we do a move-in. Let's go. We're in the new house and we just had the painter leave, so I thought while we're in between appointments, the floor guy is coming soon. We're just stacking up these appointments as much as we can this week. We literally closed yesterday. It feels real, but it doesn't feel real. You know what I'm saying? But let me start with the painting that we are having done. It's more like he knows how to do popcorn ceiling removal, so we're gonna try that. Hi, darling. You wanna see it? See yourself?
Okay.
Yeah, say hi.
Hi.
Hi, baby. So this house, as I've said, let me just turn down the brightness because it's really nice and bright up here in the morning, is built in the 80s. And so with that, I don't know if you guys can see or if it'll come off on camera, all of that is popcorn ceiling. And we don't have any of it downstairs except for like one small closet, but it's all in this like landing area on the upstairs. This bedroom, which will be Annie's bedroom, including like in her closet. This small bedroom, which would be a nursery eventually. It's in here in the closet. It's in the bathroom, and it's in what we're gonna use as our master bedroom. So we're having him quote removing all of the popcorn ceilings and doing just a smooth paint. And then as a separate line item, we're having him quote out painting all 3 of these bedrooms that are upstairs and the hallway landing area and the stairwell, so that we can see if it's something that's just worth it to bang out right now, or let's save up a little bit more and recoup. And then while I'm up here, like I said, the next person coming is to quote out and take a look at the floors, because we have oak floors throughout on this landing area, the stairs, and pretty much all downstairs except for a couple that I'll show you. And right now they're a nice orangey shade, but we would love them to be more of a deeper brown shade, a warm, deeper brown, not too dark, but I'll put some inspo pictures up here that I'm gonna show him. So we'll do this area, the stairs, the railings, and then everywhere where this floor is downstairs, which is entry, dining, living, what we're gonna use as the office. And then in the kitchen area, this is actually, I don't know what you would call it, engineered or more of a laminate. You can see right there kind of what material it might be. So we're gonna take oak and we're going to install it and take this stuff up, install it in the whole kitchen area, and it goes to the dining room, and then stain it the same stain that we're doing for the rest of it. And then the very last project we would like done is carpet, which is wild to say, honestly, because I'm a hardwood floor girly, but we're gonna have him quote out a couple of things. So right now we have carpet in the 3 bedrooms. Carpet, carpet, and carpet. And so we're having a carpet guy come out and quote us just to replace those 3 rooms. And then I also wanna do a runner down the stairs. We were thinking of doing, I don't know if you call it a runner, but not like the wall-to-wall carpet on this landing, but the one where it doesn't quite, I don't know, I'll put some pictures of what I'm talking about. It doesn't quite hit the walls, but it's more than just like a temporary runner that you can like order and just have a mat under, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a carpet guy quote that out, but Also, while the hardwood floor guy is here, we're having him quote out what it would take to do exactly what we're doing in the kitchen, essentially taking out the carpet and put oak down and stain it. What? We're gonna stain the rest of it, just so we have that line item, because if it's not too pricey, and I know that I want hardwood throughout, and while they're already in here doing it, I just would like to see the figure and kind of go from there. I don't know at this point if I have done a full walkthrough of the house, but that, I think I essentially just did one for you guys. But we've got front entryway, leads up to the stairs. Right in here, dining, living. The morning light is insane, and the afternoon light is also insane because the sun does either this to there or this to there. I can't quite remember what direction is everything, but the light is just so gorgeous. And then you wrap around here to the kitchen, and that wraps around to the front dining area where we just were. These wood stoves, we're gonna live with them for a winter and see how we do, but the previous owners let us know that they just never used them. Like the floor, the baseboard heating was enough for them, but they left all of their appliances that was in the sale, and I'm so happy. They're all KitchenAid, which KitchenAid is just such a great brand for appliances. They are known to last for a while. Our landlord has done a few different projects on the properties that she's owned, and she always goes KitchenAid. She never goes Samsung, for what it's worth. And then what was really interesting about the layout of this house is, so we're in the kitchen, and this was their master bedroom. They had a master suite. I don't know if the previous owners put it on or the ones before them, but the master suite got added on at a certain point, and it was right off the kitchen. And so that didn't really vibe with us. Like, to just have our bedroom like right there was just so weird, but we work from home. And so this is actually gonna be our office. We're thinking our desks there, but also a pull-out couch with a little sitting area here, but it could pull out for any guests that are coming. And then that works out well because this is the master suite bathroom area. It's where our laundry is, our master closet, and our master bathroom. It's very blue. I can't wait to get our paintbrush in here as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous tile work though. I do love some charm, love the tile. Shower here, the skylights are adding just so much light. The reason why we're only quoting the paint upstairs is because we can definitely take care of the paint all downstairs over time, but it'd be really nice to just knock out the areas where we're sleeping so we don't have to disturb those areas, you know? And then through this mini hallway that goes from the kitchen to the dining, we have a full pantry, which, oh my gosh, the amount of Costco things that we can store here. We've started having to store our Costco stuff in our front hall closet in our apartment because we're running out of food space, so that's gonna be so insane. And then there's a half bath right across from it that was just redone by the owners, so it's got new fixtures and all of that stuff. This house has so many bathrooms, like 1, 2, it's got 3 whole bathrooms. And then coming up the stairs, I literally just showed you guys this, but if we're doing a walkthrough, we've got what will be Annie's room in here. The light, you can't see because it's like directly in the camera, but the light in here, oh my gosh, in the morning is so stunning. She's got a really great sized closet. This again would be nursery. Someone was using it for their own office, but oh my gosh, stunning light. It'd be such a great nursery, such a sweet little closet. And then the bathroom, which if you asked me like 5 to 10 years ago, I'd be like, these blue fixtures have to go, but I'm kind of obsessed with them. Got a blue potty, which Annie is so excited about. She talks about the blue potty all the time. And then we've got a blue bathtub. So I think whatever we end up doing in here, the only thing we're doing professionally in here is like getting rid of the popcorn ceilings. But whatever we end up doing in there, it's gonna be surrounding like the blue sink tub and toilet. Like, I can't get rid of those. They're so sweet. And then for now, this is going to be our master instead of that master suite downstairs. Because look at the size of this room. It's so big. I don't know if like this is doing it justice. It's a really nice size. A great area for like any bureaus or whatever. We've got a closet. We have to like retrack these doors. They're a little tough, but perfect amount of storage in here. And then a perfect amount of space for whatever else storage we need. And then we'll see once we live in it and see like what the flow of our days and mornings are. But I think the idea is that we still keep the master closet kind of as our main closet. Maybe we keep our pajamas up here or something, you know, but we sleep in here. This is our bedroom, but then our whole closet and our main bathroom is all downstairs next to the office, which makes sense because we go to work down there. So it'd be nice to have everything right next to it. And we don't have to disturb the babies by getting like all ready up here. This can be the kids' bathroom and the downstairs can still be our bathroom. Oh, hello. It's a little late, so we've got a little moody lighting, cozy lighting situation going on. So the day that I filmed the walkthrough, we were meeting with a painter for the popcorn ceilings, and we were then meeting with a flooring company. And today we met with another flooring company to just have a couple options, because that's probably the biggest part of the projects that we're doing. So I wanted a couple different options, a couple different quotes. And today honestly went so well. I just wasn't sure about the vibe of the first company that we interviewed, got a quote from, etc. We met them that day. So I was like, if this company that we met with today is just any better and we just vibe a little bit better, then we're for sure gonna go with them. And he was just so great. The guy that came over, he was so knowledgeable. He told me exactly what he'd be doing, and then I got his quote and it was like so itemized and so detailed, and we just overall felt really good about that. So I'm really excited. And I forget if we said this before, but we asked the hardwood companies to quote out what it would take to get hardwood into the bedrooms and kind of see that as a separate line item to see, do we want to do that right now or do we want to wait? The upside to waiting is that we save our pennies right now, but the downside to waiting is that eventually we're going to all have to move out of our bedrooms if we want to do wood floors in there eventually, and my dream is wood floors throughout. And so we're going to bite the bullet and we're going to do the hardwood floors throughout. So really the carpet guy coming tomorrow, and I texted him as just like a heads up, we really only want a runner like on the stairs. So what was going to be a few different rooms and a runner, now we just end up wanting a runner. I gave him the option if he still wants to come tomorrow, if like that's what he prefers, and he said it's totally up to me. He doesn't mind coming over. I was like, okay, let's at least meet and then we can look at the runner. He can get like accurate measurements of the stairs and what he needs to get, and we can go from there. But that was today, and that was really exciting. Now that it is all getting so real, if it hasn't already gotten so real at this point, I have a box. Right now it is over a month until we ideally would like to be out of here and into our house. There is a delay in Maine from when you close on a house to when your first mortgage payment is, which really works out in our favor. So we don't have to pay rent and a mortgage right now, but our mortgage does kick in 1 month later. So I'd ideally, and we really ideally and kind of can't, pay a full rent and a full mortgage, but our landlord told us that we can literally pay by the day here. So if we have to inch over, that's totally fine into the month where we start paying the mortgage, but ideally we cut it off and we just go from here to the house. But that date is over 30 days away, and when I think of the physical moving part of everything, oh my gosh, I get so overwhelmed, so overwhelmed. We've lived in this place for 6 years. And that might not seem like a long time compared to like a lot of people. Like some people live in their house like, oh, I've been here for 15 years. I haven't been in a single place besides my childhood homes, but in my adult life I've not been in a place that long at all. So the stuff that is accumulated, and I feel like we're pretty good at keeping things pretty, I wouldn't say minimal, but like we don't just like bring stuff into our home just to bring stuff into our home. So I really do feel like I know exactly where and what everything is, but it's still just a lot. It feels like a lot. So I told myself, don't think about the whole picture. Don't think about it. Just do 1 box a night. If I just do 1 box a night, that's like over 30 different boxes of stuff, which I think is pretty darn good. I don't know if that's that must be enough. I'm probably gonna look back at this and laugh at myself, but the rule is 1 box a night. And if I just feel the momentum once I get going, you know how that happens, I can do multiple, but the rule is at least 1 box. At least 1 box a night, or at least 1 box a day. So I thought we could pack the first box together. I think we should start, I don't know why, but I've always envisioned starting with just this section, this little shelf decor section, and then that includes like underneath here are like vases and glassware. So I have a few boxes box. We have some packing paper, some Sharpies to write what everything is on the boxes, write fragile, etc. And I got some tape as well with a tape dispenser. So first box, let's go.